in your life. What all of us here need tonight is a new beginning with God. Last year, some of us said, I'm going to spend more time with God. Some of us said, I'm going to spend more quality time with my family. Some of us said, I'm going to spend more time helping out at the church. But the list can go on and on. But the fact of the matter is, some of us make mistakes on the bumps of the road that hindered us from making those decisions. Well, tonight the good news is, according to Isaiah 43:8, the Lord says, forget about what happened before. Do not think about the past. Instead, look at the new things I'm doing in your life. Listen to what God is saying in this verse. Forget about what happened before. He says, don't think about the past, because the past is over. That chapter is changed. Now it's time to have a new chapter in God. So we need to understand that God is more interested in our future than he is in our past.
Go ahead.
So forget about your past. Forget about the former things. Do not think about it. Look at the new things I'm going to do. Israel was being punished for their sins and rebellion against God. God wanted to give hope and encouragement to his people. He wanted them to know that even though they were being punished, they were not being forsaken. God wanted his people to understand that the punishment that they were experiencing would not be the end of them. The fact is that God wanted to give them a fresh start. He wanted to give them a new beginning. So Israel, no doubt, was discouraged because they thought this was the end of them. They had gone too far. They had sinned and rebelled against God to the point that he would no longer be their God. Maybe they thought God would not deliver us again. They maybe thought it was over. But that is when they began with remembrance of the former things of their past deliverance. Isaiah. So Israel could remember past deliverance and their past victories. They could remember when they were trapped by the Red Sea and they had nowhere to go. How many know that God made a way for them? They could remember when the enemy was about to take them over. Then how God provided a protection for them. They could remember the former things, but they couldn't see their future. Sometimes we can be too blocked in our past and forget about the things that God is about to do ahead of us. I'm going to say that again. Sometimes we can be so clogged up with the bad things we did and feel so badly being used in things of that nature that forget about what God promised us was life. So maybe there is somebody in here tonight, you feel that you have made so many mistakes. You have failed God so many times and you have sinned too bad. Now, God doesn't want anything to do with you. That's what you're thinking. You feel and believe that you have no future with God. The good news is that God's saying it's not over. I have plans for your life. I am about to do something new for you. I want to share with you something that I have formula that I learned about the word start. So I hope you remember this and pass it on. So basically, the word start, S-T-A-R-T. So I hope you remember this. This is a pass along to your friends when they have failures, regardless of what kind of failures you had in the past. You may have a financial failure. You may have a relational failure. You may have a failure in your marriage. You may have had a moral failure. You may have really blown it, and you may have made some decisions you're so ashamed of hope for God to do for